Hello, this is my farewell to OTR. I'm done. I'm not fooling around with this shit no more. Every time I come out here, manage to get a truck and sign on with one of these goddamn companies, they start the old same ass bullshit. I mean, they must pass the paper around with the list of shit to start when I get here. Left one company from the same bullshit to get over here, they doing the same bullshit. Motherfucker exaggerating situations. Gonna tell me this is the second company in a row. Western Express, a guy at Western Express in dispatch claimed he the head of shit over there in far as leasing, told me the same shit. Well, if you be nice to people, what the fuck is being nice got to do with it? First of all, that's the second time I heard it. They just said it over here at this company I'm finna leave. I think I got, this is the end of my second week. I'll be picking up this load tomorrow, dropping it off Saturday, get it delivered. Then I'm dead heading straight to the terminal, get these motherfuckers their keys and their goddamn truck. One thing I don't tolerate is a bunch of motherfuckers at a fleet company sitting up here setting up shit and then turning around fucking lying on me. These motherfuckers straight up lied to my face, and then the husband of one of the ladies that work here that was dealing with orientation set up and lied his ass off. So, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm not tolerating this goddamn shit. I don't play this motherfucking shit at all. You don't tell me about being nice and being mean, my motherfucking ass. Let me tell you something about that statement he just said. That shit is borderline sexual harassment. Because I don't even know where he got off saying that shit. This is the head maintenance guy over here. So the situation was, I come in there after delivering a load early that morning. I got there about maybe 8:30. So notice a tire issue the day before. So I said I want them to take a look at it. Mechanic come out there, he seen it, and he said, well, I don't know, let me go get the head mechanic. Head mechanic come back out there with the mechanic that looked at it. He said, well, there's nothing. I said, well, that's a buckle. That's gonna blow. That shit'll blow. It's already it's in the sidewall. You can see that. I can see that walking up to the truck. No, that's nothing. That's where first he told the mechanic to tell me that was the tire was repaired from a nail. A nail. So he comes out there and looks at it. Yeah, there was a tire. We had this repaired for a nail. You had it repaired for a nail. I said, where's the repair? I don't see nowhere this tire been repaired. And the other mechanic out there, he looking too and like going, he already know this is bullshit. I can tell by the expression on his face. Because he a mechanic. You know if a tire been repaired or not. Because you got to have something on there to know, so we know it's been repaired. We will see where it's been repaired. Especially if it's doing something with near the sidewall. So, he come out there with that bullshit story, tells me that the tire, get this tire has a hump on the side, and it's lengthwise of the sidewall. It's running from the top of the tire all the way to the rim. I said, this shit is eventually gonna blow, and it ain't gonna correct itself. It's already buckled out. Oh, it's okay. That was where we had it repaired from a nail. A nail? I said, I don't see where's the repair mark? Where was the nail at? It's repaired in here. He's pointing down in the tread marks. I said, I don't see where you repaired none. This looks like a new tire that you threw on here, and it's something that happened to cause it the buckle on the side. It looked, I thought the belt had broke. I said, this looks like the belt may have broken or something. No, we had a nail repaired. Okay. I said, well, I don't see the repair. He said, you wouldn't see it. It's under here, pointing on to the treads. He said they repaired it and put the tread back on. It's a recap. It pointing to the words recap on the tire. So I walked to the back drive and look at it. It said the same thing as that tire. I said, this tire says the same thing as that tire. What the hell you mean it's a recap? These are all recap drive tires. So this fool tells me that it was repaired, retreaded, and they put the tire on the truck. I said, you must think I'm an idiot. Then, this is one thing I hate. When you start catching them and they lie and they want to talk to you, they always want to volunteer how many years they've been working at the company. This dude tell me, I've been here at this company since 1996. I said, that don't mean nothing. I said, all that means to me is that since 1996, 6, you've been telling drivers a load of crap. Because I don't believe this story. This is a load of crap. I've never in my life, in my history of trucking, heard such a story as this. That a nail caused this buckle on the side. You had the tire repaired. They retreaded the tire and apparently sent the tire back to you with the same buckle on the side wall of the tire. Bullshit. If you had any tire repair, especially dealing with that side wall, there's a triangular patch that has to be placed on the side of that damn tire to indicate that there was some type of repair done. There was no triangular patch. Even when I looked over in the treads, I don't see where they did anything to pull a nail out or nothing. But he claimed it was retreaded and sent back with the buckle in it, with it looking like the belt was breaking. The belt had broke. That's what he did. So, I told him I wanted to change the tire. Now, mind you, this is a company where the maintenance account is non-refundable. They just collecting maintenance accounts off the drivers and then you don't get the shit back. I said, well, just take the tire off. I'm not comfortable with that tire on that. I said, that's eventually going to blow. He tells me to monitor it. And if it gets big as a frog's throat, then we'll take it off. Oh, so you want me to drive it till it get big as a frog's throat, then you take it off. I said, why don't you take it off now? You see, it's like this. It's not going to get any better. The more loads I pick up, heavy loads, it's just going to get worse and worse. No, it's okay. It was just a nail in there and we had it I don't even believe that story. So, he didn't want to take it off. Tried to convince me that it was okay. But something was telling me it's not right. I went in there and talked to the people who was involved with the orientation. Told them what they said, what he said. And told him the mechanic name that said that. Well, she said, well, he wouldn't tell you nothing wrong. Well, he is telling me something wrong. That story don't even sound right. My intuition kicked in. So, I'm sitting out front. My load ain't there. Now, this is the second lie here. This company likes to make you do loads. And it's to the point to where lease purchase here is pretty much, you might as well say company drivers. You're not lease purchase. Because they got you to a point to where you really can't, you say no to a load. They tell you in orientation, before you turn the load down, just give us a call and we'll talk to you about the load. I don't want to do any talking. If I don't want to load, I don't want to load. So what happened was, this company, I found out they run in the area wasn't what I thought it was. And they had a particular customer that is based out of Wisconsin that you're going to be running back and forth up there quite often. So I done been up there the whole week. I just got the truck. I said, I'm tired of seeing Wisconsin. Where else you got? The guy I'm talking to, my dispatcher I was talking to, she immediately switched me to the guy that was handling orientation. Tells me he got several roles here. He's been here 6 years. And I've never in my life had this conversation. What conversation? What, you mean to tell me a driver's never asked you to get him another load? In your 6 years, you telling me you never had this conversation with a driver? Oh, no, I know what the conversation was. Let me take that back. Let me step back. I told him, your running area was not fully disclosed to me during the recruiting process, which it wasn't. You're telling me that you run east of I-35. I'm thinking you got freight in all states. They mentioned this about this particular customer. I'm thinking this particular customer is in all states. This particular customer is not. You're going to be running back up to Wisconsin, get a load going somewhere, and then they're going to work you back over to Wisconsin and back and forth. You're just going back and forth to Wisconsin and out somewhere and then back. So I said, I'm tired of going to Wisconsin. I said, I thought you said you had other customers in other states. We do. I said, well, let's see them. So, and we're going back and forth. And then for some reason, his conversation decides to take a detour and goes to start talking about, well, you can't cross all these states in a week. I don't even know where that came from. Why are we talking about how many states I can cross in a fucking week? I was just talking about getting me another load. We got into that conversation. I said, you don't know how many states I can cross in a week. I said, I can cross a lot of states in a week. He said, well, not here. I said, probably not here because your freight base ain't like what I thought it was. You don't have freight in every state east of I-35. It's specific states, specific customers. You don't have, I can't go to Alabama, and then after I deliver a load to Alabama, I can't message you and tell me, hey, what you got going toward Louisiana or Texas? Your freight is not like that. And I guess that was strange conversation to him, because he made it a point to tell me that I've never in my life 6 years had this conversation. I said, I don't know why. I said, well, you never met a driver like me. I said, I'm an all-state driver. I've never been a dedicated driver. I don't consider myself dedicated. I said, but what we're doing here is dedicated. I said, but I don't want to be running the same place all the time. And he's back on this running so many states in a week shit. I don't even know what that had to do with me getting another load. I don't even know why we even talking about this. We just going back and forth. I said, well, that's irrelevant to what I asked. Then all of a sudden now he's just tired of talking now. Well, I got a load going to Texas here on the yard. Click. Hung up the phone. Oh, well, you got me another load. Okay. He said it was here on, remember that now. Remember what I just said. He said it was here on the yard. And that was the day before I got there. I had a 6:30 a.m. delivery over there in Illinois. And I got up, delivered my load. And then I was heading up to the yard to go get that load. But the night before, I noticed that buckle in the tire. But I messaged him. I said, I'm coming in, and I want your shop to take a look at this tire. See, this needs to come off of here. It's got a buckle in it. But then that's when this story comes in about the nail that was repaired and recapped and sent back to you with the buckle in it. The bullshit. So now, I get there, find out my load is not there. I said, so my dispatcher finally comes in. She gets in at 10. When is my load going to be here? She said in 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours? I just had a 6:30 a.m. delivery. And then he looked at the tire, told me he wasn't going to change it. So now I got to sit around here 3.5 hours. I said, I was told the load was here. And see, this is what my dispatcher likes to do. I've been noticing since they hooked me up with this lady. She likes to, I don't know. Shouldn't be pretty proud to be saying this. She likes to talk to me like I'm her bitch or something. That's what she talks like. And I noticed that. You can't get a word in edgewise with her. It's like she cut you off from your conversation and just halt the conversation. Pretty much all of them do that up there. I'm like, you're not going to be halting me. I'm a fucking lease purchase. What's this halting the conversation shit? Cutting it off. You controlling. If I start asking you about something, she just cut it off. Like, this what it's going to be now, don't say shit. Like I'm her bitch or something. I'm not your bitch. I'm not your buddy. I'm not your friend. I ain't nobody for you to be cutting my conversation off when I'm having a conversation. Whether you like the conversation or not. You were assigned to be my dispatcher. Means you are assigned to listen to my goddamn concerns. Not cut me off. Tell me what the fuck you want me to do. And that's what she been doing. I want you up here in Wisconsin. This is where I want you at. Those words you use it. Where you want me at. Bitch, you ain't driving this truck. I am. When you get to the point where you want a driver to be somewhere in a vehicle that they paying for, then I suggest you get your ass up from the dispatch desk, go re-sign that contract, put your fucking name on it, then you drive your ass up there where the fuck you want them to be at. You take your ass up there. But long as I'm lease purchase, I'm supposed to be where I want to be. So anyway, she didn't want to get into the talking about getting me on another load. So she switched me over to the orientation guy that handled the orientation. The Mr. 6 year, I ain't never had this conversation before in my life. See, and that's why I don't like working with these people. I don't. I just don't. I'm just flat out being honest. I don't. Every company I go to, it's the same motherfucking thing. Same motherfucking thing all the damn time. I don't like dealing with them. I don't like talking to them. I don't like doing business with them. Because they own this old set-up ass motherfucking shit. You can't get a word. You can't say nothing. If you say something, it's got to be the right way. Now they telling me, well, if you'd have been nice and stopped being mean. Hold on. When the fuck have I been mean? And what the fuck is this? Who the fuck I got to be nice to? And what do I have to do to be nice? What are you implying? Because right now that statement is borderline sexual harassment. Because it was a white male that said it. And the first time I heard it at Western Express, it was another white male that said it. If you be nice, what the fuck you mean if I be nice? That's borderline sexual harassment. As a matter of fact, the way I'm taking it, it sounds like a sexual harassment statement. Because I don't see anything I was doing up there for you to even state those words. But to get in before I can get to that part. So now to get off my dispatch, she got this guy. Now he done gave me the Texas load. The load was going to Texas. Said it was going to be on the yard. Hung up on me. Okay, now I'm there. We done looked at the tire. He ain't going to do shit about the tire. But I'm just not, something ain't right. Something telling me, get that goddamn tire off there. You're going to have a problem. This shit going to blow or something. Something's happening. I'm just getting this feeling. So now I'm calling around. I done got on the phone with the federal motor carrier. Because I don't want to pull off this lot without them changing that damn tire. Someone just tell me get that goddamn tire off. Get the goddamn tire off. So I can't get the federal motor carrier on the phone. All you getting is voicemail talking about they working from home. It wasn't nobody immediate. Then I called the Illinois Department of Transportation. All these departments that claim they regulate trucking and transportation or have something to do with it didn't seem to be any kind of help. Department of Transportation of Illinois, all they could do was look up shops that worked on trucks. She said, well, I don't know about that, because I wanted to call them, give them the scenario of what this mechanic told me, because they would know if this mechanic was telling me some motherfucking bullshit, which I knew he was. There's some bullshit. I've never heard this shit in my life. I said, I can get the maker of this tire on the phone and tell him the shit you just told me, and he probably be like, what? What the fuck he just say? We repaired a nail, retreaded it, and sent it back to him with a bulge in it that looked like the belt was broken. He must thought I was an idiot. So I can't, the Illinois Department of Transportation, only thing they did was, she said, well, all I can do now, I said, I can Google some people in the area, certified. She said, how far are you from the nearest weight station? I said, well, I had Googled it about 8 miles. So why don't you take the truck to the weight station and let them inspect it? I said, well, I'm on the yard now. I mean, and he don't want to take it off because I'm right here. He said, she said, this is the company you haul for? I said, yes, this is the company I haul for. I said, I'm right here on the yard and the mechanic is refusing to take the tire off. So she gave me the number to a shop, and first they was acting like they wasn't really certified to be telling me about this tire. They was actually sounding like they were unsure if they inspected semis. I said, he said, is this a semi? He said, can you bring it here? I said, no, I'm on the lot. I said, I was given your number by the Illinois Department of Transportation to run this question by you, because she said you would know, you certified inspectors, you would know. He said, yes, I'm a certified inspector, I would know. And he kept putting me on hold and asking somebody, do we, then he come back to the phone, yes. He said, is this a semi? Yes. I said, I can't get it there, I'm on the yard now. But the issue is, I have a tire that has a buckle on the sidewall. It appeared to be like maybe the belt had broken or something, but the mechanic told me, this is a story he told me, that it was a nail in the tire, that he said the nail caused the buckle after it was repaired. But when they repaired it, they removed the nail, retreaded the tire, and this is supposed to be a recap tire. Even the mechanic, he said, what? No. No. He said, if I were you, I wouldn't move that truck off that yard until you get that tire off there. So I took his advice. But before that, I found a number that said it was a compliance number. And they handled the stuff with semis. So I called. I'm getting the female on the phone. All of them was females at first. Ain't really not really helpful. They was redirecting me. But the departments I called that I thought should have been helpful were not helpful at all. Voicemail of a female at the federal motor carrier, then the Department of Transportation, a female, then this compliance officer lady, a female who hung up when I first call. Then she gets back on the phone. Oh, did I hang up on you? That shit ain't funny. I got an issue here. So she said, what's going on? I told her about the tire. She said, well, I don't, we're compliance here. I forgot what she said, but anyway, long story short, she really wasn't too helpful either. She gave me a different number to call the Federal Motor Carrier to see if I can get through. No, same thing. Voicemail, message, we're on the home, working from home, leave a message. So I messaged my dispatcher back. I said, well, something about this tire, it's not sitting right. So I sent her a message. I said, I just got off the phone with a certified inspector and told him the story that this mechanic told me. And he advised me not to leave the yard until the tire's taken off. And then I sent another message. I don't know if she responded to that or something, but then I sent another message behind it. I said, well, I'm on the phone with DOT now. And I think that's what did it. And she said, well, I don't know. She sent a message back saying, well, I don't handle the maintenance part. You need to talk to maintenance. And I sent her a message. I said, I did. They were the one who told me they weren't going to take the tire off. And then she said, go back around there and talk with them. So I pulled the truck back around to the garage door. Sat out there. And I went inside where the dispatch is. This is where I run into the guy that does the orientation. He sits right at the door. I said, that tire needs to come off. I spoke to a certified mechanic, and he advised me not to leave here without the tire coming off. He's never heard of that story. He said, well, we're gonna change the tire. Also, I'll say, okay, good. I said, cause that wasn't right. I said, you told me wasn't gonna change it, and I could have left out of here, got pulled in. They looked at the damn tire, and I probably would have got a ticket, or the tire mayor would have blowed. Well, I said we're gonna change the tire. I said, yeah. I said, after I done went through all this, I said, why did I have to go through all this for them to change the tire? Well, I said we're going to change the tire. So I said, you set me up to almost get a ticket. I said, I don't take that lightly. I said, I asked you to take the tire off, and y'all sent me through this third degree. I said, we're going to change the tire. And I could tell by this guy's attitude, I could tell when it was in orientation, the little stuff he was saying. I said, oh, he one of these guys. I said, all right, he one of these guys always telling you good luck with shit when you trying to, if you got to complain about something, good luck with that. And that's what he said. I think I mentioned something in orientation. He said, well, good luck with that. Okay. Well, it'll be good luck to you if one of your trucks get pulled in and your motherfucking ass get a goddamn ticket for some shit I was in there complaining about. Good luck to you. But anyway, I goes back out to the truck. I sit out there. Now, mind you, I've been there since 8:30. I said, now I done sat there hours. Now, while I'm sitting at the garage, now my dispatcher back to the load, she said it's going to be 3.5 hours. Then she said, no, I got another load. She messaged me back. I got another load that's coming in 2 hours. This guy's pretty fast. He drives fast. He'll be here. I said, okay, I'll take that load. Because the shop had already told me they weren't going to do nothing about the tire. And then, just while I was sitting there, someone was just telling me to get that damn tire off. And so I ended up going back around to the garage, sat there. And after I spoke to the guy inside, he tells me they're going to get it off. And I go back out on the truck. And I sit. I said, wait a minute, I wonder how long it's going to take. I said, now I've been here probably about 3 hours now already. And while I was sitting at the garage, I see my other load coming in. It's the same load going. It's this load going to the same place. And this was the guy to be there in 2 hours. Now he didn't rode by me while I'm sitting at the garage. So I messaged my dispatcher. Said, well, my load is here, and I seen her come outside talking to another lady that works in the front building. Both of them standing there looking at me. So I already knew something was up. Something was already up. So, and I think if I hadn't messaged her that I was on the phone talking to DOT about the tire, they wasn't going to change the tire. So that even let me know that the tire should have came off. Why did I have to message you that I'm on the phone with DOT or tell you that a certified inspector that I spoke to, a truck inspector, said that story your mechanic told me wasn't right? Why did I have to go through that extreme? Now, I'm talking to him as pleasant. I mean, this is my voice. I'm talking just like this. This is my voice. This is my voice. I'm not going to change my voice for anybody. I'm not going to change the tone. I'm not going to change nothing. This is my God-given voice. I'm not going to change it for nobody. Now, I talk a little loud. I can kind of lower it a little bit. That's about it. But this is my tone. This is why I talk. So, I decided to go back in and ask how long it's going to be before they get the truck in. They tell me go to the window over there with the mechanic, ring the bell. And while I was up there, I asked the lady that was on the computer. I said, well, can you email them back there and see if they send you a message? How long? She said, well, the email, they usually, if I email them, they using that at the computer and blah, blah, blah. So I ring the little bell, the mechanic come there. So I asked the mechanic, I said, well, you know how long it's going to be before they get the truck in? He said, well, we're kind of busy right now. But I have to go ask so-and-so. The so-and-so was the guy, the head mechanic that came out there and told me he wasn't going to change the tire in the first motherfucking place. I said, well, that don't make any sense. I said, now, I've been here since 8:30. If they'd have just took it off when I came here at the garage when there was barely anybody in here, it wasn't really any, but no trucks in the garage. I said, if he'd have just took it off then. I mean, this makes no sense. That's exactly what I said and how I'm saying. I said, this makes no sense that I got to wait. Now, he done told me, he done went and talked to the guy and then come back to the window and saying it's going to be another 2 hours. Another 2 hours? I said, this makes no sense. That's all I said. This makes no sense. So, the guy sitting at the desk right at the window, I didn't know who he was at the time, but I was told that this is supposed to be the guy that oversees the maintenance department. While I'm talking to the mechanic, he said, well, let me intervene here. I turn around. Okay. He want to intervene. He said, first of all, if you stop being so mean and be nice to people. I said, when have I been mean? Well, how am I being mean? I'm asking a man a direct question. How long is it going to take to get the truck in? What the hell is being mean about that? Oh, I can't ask a question around here? So, after I got through talking to the mechanic, I walked over to this guy's desk, and now he on the phone. And some other guy come in that drives the trucks for the same company. He comes in, talking about he got to go in the shop, talking about he ain't getting in there, and some little charade story he got. He really was irrelevant. And I'm telling him I'm trying to get in the shop about the tire. He telling me, well, just let it go. It's nothing. Welcome to the world of trucking. I said, well, you welcome to the world of trucking. You let them sit you around here all these damn hours and you ain't making no goddamn money. I'm like, I was at the shop door already. He could have took this off this morning. I've been here since 8:30. And he told me he wasn't going to take it off. Now, all of a sudden, they changed their story and going to take the tire off. Well, welcome to the world of trucking. Hurry up and wait. You know, and shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now, I didn't say that to him. I said, but damn, I'm listening to what he's saying. I'm like, this is like, what is this guy talking about? I said, this makes absolutely no sense. You just comfortable with them wasting your motherfucking time. For no reason. I was at the shop door. It don't take but 30 minutes for them to take that damn drive tire off and put the other one on, and it would have been no problem. Why am I having this conversation with this guy? Hurry up and wait. Welcome to the world of trucking. Let it go. It'll be okay. Welcome to the world of trucking. Okay, guy, go on about your business. I ain't trying to hear all this right now. Because what you talking is more waiting time. What you talking. So the guy that talking about he going to want to intervene. So I stood there because I didn't like what he said. Because first of all, he had no business saying it. And the shit he said after that, he really had no business saying. You don't tell me if I be nice. Well, if you be nice and stop being mean. First of all, when you make a statement like that, you better pinpoint who the fuck I've been mean to. He tried to say, well, my mechanics. When have I been mean to your mechanics? I ain't never been mean to your goddamn mechanics. What the fuck are you talking about? I said, who have I been mean to? He paused for a minute. So, he on the phone. So, when he gets off the phone. So, I asked him flat out. I said, well, why would you say that? Why would you say if you be nice and stop being mean? He said, because, well, that's what you need. He implying that's what I need to do. And I'm still asking, who have I been mean to? And he talking about his shop mechanics. Your shop mechanics? I ain't been mean to nobody here. What the fuck are you talking about? So me and him, we going back and forth about that because I'm letting him know. I don't like that shit. And I'm getting tired of these fleet companies and the fleet companies and those people in them dispatch areas, like setting up their little shit. And then they was all acting funny that damn day. Even the mechanics was sitting there cutting their head back looking at me. I knew something was up. What the fuck? I don't know. I mean, all this transpired over a goddamn tire. Now I'm starting to wonder, when I went to Walmart that day, when I had the truck over there, about the bunk heater. When I was over at Walmart, did you take my tire off and put that bullshit ass tire on there to start this whole altercation? Because I don't remember seeing that kind of shit in that damn tire when I got this truck. But I was gone long enough for you to have taken it off. But I can't prove that. But anyway, he said that little bullshit. And it pissed me off. So I'm asking him, because I'm not taking that no more. When you say that kind of shit to me, you better come with a damn good goddamn explanation with some names and facts and data of how I'm being mean. Standing up here asking them a question of how long it's going to get the truck in the shop is not being fucking mean. He talking about my tone. Well, it's your tone. My tone? Man, this is my voice. What the fuck? What the fuck? You talk about my voice? It's your tone. He said, you're aggressive. I'm aggressive. Man, where's you getting this shit from? I asked the man, how long would it be before I get the truck in the shop? Where are you getting aggressive from? I need to be nice. Stop being mean. Where the fuck this shit come from asking how long it's going to be before I get the truck in the shop? So, he said, well, we're done. He want to end the conversation. We're done. Let's go. So he gets up from his desk. I said, yes. I walk out with him. I said, yeah, me and you need to have a conversation. I'm thinking we finna take it outside. Let me tell you what this bastard did. This motherfucker, now to go out the door, it's like a door, a little space in between there, and then it's another door, you be completely outside. This motherfucker played like he's finna walk outside. Like we was finna go outside and continue this conversation, because it's getting loud in there, and my voice is loud, and the conversation is loud in there. So yes, let's go outside. I told him, let's go outside. We need to have a conversation because of what he said. I'm like, no, I don't appreciate that. You're not finna say that motherfucking shit and you think I'm finna let that shit go. No, you ain't gonna say no motherfucking shit like that to me and think I'm finna let it go. Yeah, let's go outside. You and I need to have a conversation. Big time. So he walks me to the door. I walked out first. He walked out behind me. Then as I opened the second door to step outside, I turned around. This motherfucker then sit up there and took his badge to open the door back where he just walked out of to go back in. Like he had just escorted me out and then walked back in. Like he was saying, get the fuck out. I said, this a bitch. So I go out to the truck, get on my truck. I'm sitting there. Call my dispatcher. I said, well, I don't know how long this is going to be. He said another 2 hours. I said, but this makes no sense because I was here at 8:30. This could have been fixed already. I don't know why they making me wait longer. I said, well, and I know you heard the conversation in there. And I said, he talking about I was being mean and need to be nice to people and I be aggressive. And you know what my dispatcher said? This bitch said, I agree with him. I said, what? She said, yeah, you've been aggressive with me. No, the fuck I ain't. What the fuck are you talking about? She talking about I've been aggressive with her on the phone. How am I being aggressive with you on the phone? Aggressive is telling you I don't want to go to the same place all the time? That's aggressive. Aggressive is telling you why do you keep running me the same place all the time? Get me something somewhere else? That's aggressive? Well, bitch, damn, you got it where I can't see a motherfucking thing here. And that ain't finna happen, me being lease purchase. This motherfucking place is too controlling. You know what I told him? After I got off that phone with her, I sent her a nice little message. I said, well, per our conversation, I don't want you to be my dispatcher anymore. Who do I need to speak to make it happen to get me a new dispatcher? She never came back with a comment. So we over to the next day, which is today now. Now, they finally got the truck in. No, I'm still sitting out there waiting to get the truck in. He's still talking that 2-hour mess. So I get off the truck and goes in up there where they did the orientation at. Talk to lady. She said, well, let me get the so-and-so on the phone, see if he can get you in. Not knowing that so-and-so was the motherfucker that was sitting up there telling me I need to be nice and all that. This the head mechanic guy. She didn't message. All of a sudden, I get a call that go around the Doctor 05, but they had already told me to go in there. I said, well, I'm already in. Now, it's raining now. I'm standing outside in the rain, outside the garage, because they done pissed me off now. So, I, waiting on the truck, listening, because, see, I don't like my truck being in there, because, after the first time it was in the shop, I came back and found one of my clothing items on the floor that I didn't put on. I found a sock of mine on the floor. It wasn't on the floor when I pulled the truck in the shop. So that let me know, and for that sock to be on the floor, that let me know this motherfucker was searching through my shit and somehow got hold of my sock. Because one of my socks came up missing while I was in the hotel prior to orientation. So I threw that missing sock away. I gets on the truck. The mate of that sock that I threw away was laying here on the floor. Like, yeah, I just dropped it and overlooked it. Now, mind you, I pulled the truck over there. Wasn't nothing on the floor. I made sure I got everything out the way the mechanic needed to get access to get this bunk heater right. There was no sock on the floor. I didn't put a sock on the floor. That let me know somebody got hold of my sock. And for you to get hold of my sock, that means you went through my belongings. You went through my belongings and you took it. And then you somehow got me routed back to that terminal to put it back on the truck. But not knowing, you probably didn't know I had thrown the matching mate to the sock away already. So you just dropped it on the floor. And that's just not the only thing that happened. It was messing with my feminine hygiene products. Something happened with that. But anyway, back to this damn aggressive shit. So after my dispatcher said that, I wanted her to be changed. And I did this load, got it down to Texas. I got a message, load offer. And I'm looking, I sent a message about the particulars about this. I know I seen her name with a message following that load. I said, so you still my dispatcher? I requested my dispatcher to be changed. She said, and yes, I'm still your dispatcher. I forgot the message she said. I had to take a picture of it. I'm going to take a picture of it. Anyway, I called one of the ladies that was in orientation. Got on the phone. I said, who do I need to speak to about getting the dispatcher changed? After that little matter that happened yesterday, and my dispatcher made that comment that she agreed with him saying I'm aggressive, need to be nice, I'm mean and all that. I said, I don't need her being my dispatcher. I said, if you have those kind of feelings toward me, then you don't need to be my dispatcher. So she said, call this guy here. He oversees that. So I get him on the phone. You know what he tells me? He said, well, we don't just change dispatchers to be changing dispatchers. Why you want them changed? First of all, I shouldn't even have to explain to you why I want them changed. I'm lease purchase. If I ask you to change my dispatcher, change the dispatcher. Now, if you need to know what the particular problem was, I let them know. I said, I don't like the comment that she made, agreeing with that other guy, talking about I was being mean and all this, and need to be nice to people. And then he lets me know, he said, I was sitting here with the whole conversation. I heard the whole conversation. He said, yeah, the whole place heard the whole conversation. I said, my voice is loud. I mean, you sitting here, this is nothing but a sectioned off cubicle. None of y'all are in offices. You're going to hear everybody's conversation in here. I said, I wasn't being mean to anybody. I said, I've been nice and polite about the whole matter. Even when he told me he wasn't even going to change the motherfucking tire. When have I been mean? I see, these people like to exaggerate. And I don't like working with them. I don't like working for them. I don't want to do shit for them. So, he said, first he was implying like he wasn't going to change the dispatcher. Then he said, well, I'll change the dispatcher, but we're just going to have the same problem again. No, we're not. We didn't have a problem this time. He said, yes, we did. I said, it wasn't a problem until she made that comment. I'm not going to have a dispatcher thinking that kind of way towards me, and I'm on her board, and she's supposed to be dispatching me. Well, if you think I'm aggressive, I'm mean, and need to be nice to you, then I need to get the fuck off your board, point blank. If that's what you think is going on here, why the fuck are you my dispatcher? I don't need no dispatcher like that. Why the fuck would I want to dispatch somebody that thinks I'm mean, being nice, and not nice, and I'm too aggressive? Why in the hell would I want you to dispatch me? Get me off our board. He said, well, I can change the dispatcher, but it's going to be the same thing. And then he said, then this was fucking me up. He said, well, if we have any more problems out of you, problems? You ain't had no damn problems. What the fuck is going on here? Then he's talking about the way I talk. I have an authoritative tone, and I noticed that. They can't take the authoritative tone. I'm not soft-spoken like y'all. I don't talk like I'm wearing a fucking mask all day, whisper quiet and shit. Things ain't quiet no more when I come in the building, because I got a voice. Whether you all use yours or not, I use mine to the fullest. I have authoritative voice. Get over it. I'm not going to change it for nobody. Even these men I knew, ex-friends and shit, used to say that damn shit. Implying like I'm being mean. I ain't being mean to your ass. These motherfuckers done said some shit out the way to my ass, and I done checked they motherfucking ass. You the motherfucker that's been mean, trying to make it look like it's me. So anyway, to make a long story short, he gonna tell me he went too far with this mean shit. He said, yeah, matter of fact, you been this way since orientation. That's why he fucked up there. I said, what? What'd you just say? Orientation. Orientation? When have I been mean to anybody in orientation? First of all, this guy wasn't even in orientation. He wasn't even on the list to be a speaker in orientation. That's why he got caught in his motherfucking lie. I said, you done went too far. I said, you done lost it here. I said, I'll tell you what. Are you going to change the dispatcher or not? And I don't know what he responded to. I said, I'll tell you what. We can end this right now. I said, this next load I'm on is my last load. I'm bringing the truck back, and I'm out of here. You know what that motherfucker said? He said, good. And then hung up. Good. That's all they do. They set this little bullshit up. The whole thing was a setup. You don't tell me. I'm grown, bitch. Talking about being nice and stop being mean. When you make that kind of goddamn statement, you better bag it up. Let me tell you what. If I was in a court of law right now, if I had an attorney right now, you know what they would say if we was in court, if we got this case to court, because it's deformation of character, it's slander. You know what he would say when he got you on the witness stand? He was going to say, Mr. So-and-so, what evidence do you have? In what manner was Miss Morgan being mean and not nice? What did she say? She said she was standing at the window asking the mechanic, how long is it going to be to get the truck in? Is that not correct? Was she yelling at the mechanic? Was she being nasty to the mechanic? Was she being rude to the mechanic? Okay. But your head mechanic intervened and told her she needed to be nice. Stop being mean. And he said it was directed toward his mechanics. But you say you were sitting there and you saw the whole thing. Okay, then you should be able to tell me, the judge, and this jury right here. Okay. Give us something. How was she being mean and not nice? She said she was standing there asking him how long it's going to be to get the truck in. She wasn't being rude. It was a valid question, and she had every right to ask that question. So, what you got? Being mean how? Being mean to who? Then the man went and said all the dispatchers are there. He done put all the dispatchers in it now. All the dispatchers that heard me, they knew something was up. Yeah, something was up, because this man just stood up and said something to me out of the way that he shouldn't have never said. And I checked him on it. You don't say that shit. I'm here to answer a damn question. You gonna intervene and say some damn dumbass bullshit. That's like that motherfucking flatbed driver over there at that pilot that day. I was trying to bag up to a spot, and for some reason this truck goddamn hill assist kept kicking in. And when that hill assist kicked in, it stops the truck. It makes it hard to bag up. It's dragging. You had to flick the button off to get it off. And it kept doing it. So I kept pulling up to try to get it off so I can bag the truck back in. Because every time I try to bag, the trailer go the wrong way. So I kept pulling up to bag back. So finally I got the truck going in the whole spot where I was going. And it wasn't all the way back because the hill assist just had me at a dead fucking stop. Now, mind you, I ain't been in a Volvo in years, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck done happened here. What's going on with this hill assist? And then I seen the button and I had to cut the button off. I can flick the button off. It was coming on by itself. The truck was thinking, it was acting like it was on the hill. It comes on when it's on the hill. But I wasn't on no hill. It was coming on when I was bagging up. The whole thing was some type of setup. This guy taxied in. Now, everybody else sit up there, pulled up there. Now, they seen I was having trouble getting the truck back there, bagged in there. They stopped. Now, I'm waving them to go by. They acting like they ain't got the room to go by. You don't need that much room to swing past me. I mean, these motherfuckers was acting ignorant that damn night. I'm over at the fucking pilot. So this guy taxied his ass in there. And I'm waiting for him to go by. Because I can't get the truck to move. The hill assist wouldn't come. I couldn't get it off the truck to get the truck to go back. So I'm getting ready to pull forward again. And so I'm finna let him go by. He acted like I was so far, my nose of my truck was so far out, he couldn't get by. So what the motherfucker did, he pulls up in front of my truck. He said, I'm trying to park. I said, well, go park. I said, I'm having trouble with the truck. The hill assist keep kicking in. And this motherfucker just went off and said some shit. I don't even know where this fucking shit came from. What kind of driver is you? Where'd you get your driving lessons from? Just kept saying all kind of ignorant shit. I'm trying to bag the truck up. I'm having trouble with this motherfucking truck and the hill assist. This motherfucker pull up and imply like I am a bad motherfucking driver. Who taught you how to drive? Man, go park. Why are you saying anything to me? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck going on with this goddamn truck. You don't need all that goddamn room. So, tell me he trying to park and then pointed on the side of my truck. He didn't even park there. He took his ass way down on the end. So, after I got the truck in the hole, shit, the damn hill assist kept kicking in so much, you could smell the truck, the burning up under the bottom, the clutch. Because it was burning. I said, what the fuck is this going on here? So when I finally got it in the hole and got it parked, I got off the truck, went down there and found the guy. Went over to his truck. I said, now what was that you was saying? I said, why would you pull up in this lot and say anything to me in the first damn place? I was bagging in a hole. I wasn't bothering you. You didn't need all that goddamn room. Why would you roll your window down and say that damn bullshit to me? And I'm flatbed. I don't give a fuck what bed you is. Why in the fuck would you pull in this pilot and say any damn thing to me when I'm trying to bag up? You don't know what the fuck was going on. But what he said was out of line completely. Talking about implying I can't drive. Oh, he had me. How long you been driving? I said, motherfucker, I've been in transportation since 1993. He said, yeah, right. No, bitch, right. I started out as a bus driver. And he couldn't say nothing after that. I've been in transportation since 1993. Now, I done bounced jobs in between that. But I got 6 years bus driving, over 6 truck driving. So, I don't know. So, who can't drive, bitch? Evidently, it was you if you needed all that wide-ass room to maneuver that flatbed around the corner to go down there to park. My nose was just barely out of the parking space. You didn't need all that motherfucking room and you wasn't finna hit a goddamn thing. And if you was, then you can't drive. But he said all that nonsense to me. Oh, I guess in the eyes of my company, I needed to be nice to that guy too. After saying all that foul ass fucking bullshit. No, I ain't finna be nice because I made a video about it. I videoed his truck. Talking about this the motherfucker here came in here and said all that bullshit to my ass. But she had no business saying. I see somebody bagging in. Bag in. Who the fuck am I to pull up and roll my window down? Start going off on them. I'm trying to park. Well, shit, where you get your driving lessons from? You can't drive. What the fuck do I look like saying some shit like that? But that's what he did. And then this company, they always start that goddamn bullshit. I'm tired. I done packed my shit up. I told him after this next load, I'm picking up this load that goes into Illinois. And I'm getting the fuck out of here. You can have your goddamn truck. I'm not tolerating this shit. You're not gonna fucking sit here and lie on me and exaggerate about something that wasn't even going on the way you say it was going on. Yes, it got loud in there. Because my voice is loud. He said something wrong, and I checked him. See, that's what they don't like. They don't like you checking them for shit they done said wrong to your ass. Oh, I'm supposed to stand there and let him say that shit to me, knowing I ain't been mean to no motherfucking body. I said, who have I been mean to? I went over there and talked to the lady in the office. Went and talked to payroll. I ain't been mean to nobody. Where the fuck this shit come from? And he talking about all the dispatchers, the night dispatchers, everybody in here. You've been mean since orientation. That's what he said. Since orientation? Man, what the fuck is you talking about? You wasn't even in orientation. Then I find out this guy is the husband of the lady I was going over there complaining to about what was happening over here. She told me to call him to get the dispatcher changed. This is her husband. Wow. I'm out of here. I'm done with this bullshit. Y'all have a nice life. You don't need me here. Next time, hire somebody soft-spoken and a bitch and pushover. That ain't me. Goodbye.